You say you want the dream, but are you ready to bleed for it? Talk is cheap. Dreams cost blood, sweat, sacrifice, and most of you aren't paying the damn price. Wake up! Big dreams aren't for the weak, the lazy, or the entitled. They're reserved for the few who are ready to discipline themselves beyond human limits. If you want to rise to the top, you're going to have to burn the boats, crush the excuses, and pay the price. Today, I'm going to show you what it really takes to turn a dream into a legacy. Big dreams demand ruthless priorities, period. You don't get to stroll your way into greatness. You don't get to casually chase your dream between Netflix marathons and Friday night parties. That's the loser's way, and the world is already full of losers. You don't fit your dream into your life like it's a hobby. You build your damn life around it like it's oxygen, like it's the blood in your veins. Your dream must consume you to the point where everything else looks like a waste of time, because it is a waste of time. Friends who don't push you forward, dead weight. Weekend parties where nothing but small talk and cheap beer happen, useless noise. Endless scrolling, binge watching, zoning out on meaningless entertainment, poison. If you aren't willing to slaughter your distractions, you're not serious. And life has a brutal way of exposing those who are faking it. Your mission, your dream, must be non-negotiable. It's not optional. It's not if I feel like it. It's a blood oath between you and the person you are destined to become. Everything you do, everything you say, every breath you take should be measured against one brutal question: does this get me closer to my dream or farther away? Most people can't handle that level of honesty. And that's exactly why most people never win. They want the glory without the grind. They want the championship without the training. They want the success story without the lonely nights, the hard decisions, the brutal cuts they need to make. But listen carefully. Your dream demands a price, and that price is everything that is not aligned with it. You will lose friends. You will lose the so-called good times. You will lose comfort, certainty, and maybe even the approval of people you once loved. And guess what? Good. Because the price of admission to greatness is paid in sacrifices most people aren't willing to make. If you can't say no to the distractions, if you can't turn your back on the noise, if you can't cut deep into the fat of your daily life, you're going to stay exactly where you are, dreaming, wishing, and eventually dying with regret. You must become brutal with your time, vicious with your attention, and absolutely savage with your priorities. You aren't here to be popular, you're here to win. You're here to build an empire out of the ashes of your comfort zone. So if something or someone isn't adding value to your vision, you don't negotiate, you don't compromise. You cut it loose, fast and clean. Big dreams don't live in the land of maybe. They live in the land of hell yes or hell no. The truth is simple. If it doesn't serve your mission, it dies. That's the mindset of winners. That's the mindset of the unstoppable. If you can live that way, ruthlessly, unapologetically, you'll find yourself living the life others only dream about while they rot in their excuses. Choose your dream, choose your destiny, choose your discipline, or choose to be forgotten. Discipline isn't optional. It's the price of entry. You don't stumble into greatness. You don't accidentally build an empire. You don't get lucky and wake up at the top of the food chain. You fight for it. You suffer for it. You bleed for it. And above all, you stay disciplined for it. Discipline is the daily decision to put your mission above your mood. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when you have 1,000 screaming excuses telling you to quit. Discipline is the silent killer of weakness. And without it, you're nothing but another mouth-breathing loser with a wish list. You want to be something? You want to leave a dent in this world? Then you need to live and breathe discipline like it's oxygen. Get up early. And I'm not talking about setting your alarm at 6 a.m. and hitting the snooze button 4 times. I'm talking about getting your ass out of bed the moment your eyes open. I'm talking about standing up with purpose, attacking the day like a goddamn machine. Winners don't negotiate with themselves. They don't sit there and debate whether they feel like showing up today. They show up because that's what warriors do. They show up because discipline isn't just something they have, it's something they are. Show up daily, not once in a while, not just on the days you feel good, not just when you're motivated. Motivation is for amateurs. Motivation is for tourists. Pros are disciplined, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that greatness is built in the boring hours, the early mornings, the late nights, the lonely grind when no one's clapping for you, no one's watching, and no one's giving a damn. That's when champions are born. Execute like your life depends on it, because it damn well does. Every day you slack, you delay your destiny. Every minute you waste, someone else is out there sharpening their sword, getting ready to take the very thing you say you want. Dreams die in the hands of lazy bastards. You think the world is waiting to hand you success because you're a nice person? Get over yourself. The universe doesn't reward intentions. It rewards results. It rewards the man or woman who puts in the work, without applause, without recognition, without needing a pat on the back every 5 minutes. Every excuse you cling to is another nail in the coffin of your dreams. Every time you skip a workout, half-ass a project, or waste another hour scrolling mindlessly, you're digging your own grave. Winners, on the other hand, are disciplined killers of distraction. They don't negotiate with comfort. They hunt discomfort. They lean into the pain. They understand that discipline is the weapon that slices through fear, procrastination, weakness, and mediocrity. Without discipline, you're dead weight. And with discipline, you're a damn force of nature. You want to rise? Then discipline yourself until it's not a choice anymore. It's just who you are. Sacrifice now or suffer forever. There's no third option. Life doesn't hand out free passes, and dreams sure as hell don't materialize because you wanted it really bad. Dreams are built with blood, sacrifice, discipline, and relentless commitment. Every second you waste hiding in comfort, every moment you delay making the hard choice, you're signing up for a lifetime of regret. Comfort is a liar. It whispers in your ear that you can wait, that you deserve a break, that tomorrow is a better day to start. Comfort is the devil in disguise, and if you listen to it, you're already dead. You just don't know it yet. Pain is inevitable. Whether you chase your dreams or sit on your ass, life is gonna punch you in the mouth. But here's the catch. You get to choose your pain. You can choose the short-term pain of sacrifice, the early mornings, the missed parties, the loneliness, the grind, or you can choose the long, soul-crushing pain of looking back in 20 years, realizing you became a ghost of who you were meant to be. Let me tell you something. Regret is an acid that eats you alive from the inside out. It never stops burning. It never stops whispering what if into your ears at night when you can't sleep. You'll be haunted by the chances you didn't take, the work you didn't do, the life you were too damn scared to build. You see, sacrificing now isn't punishment, it's freedom. It's not a prison, it's the open road to your destiny. Every ounce of comfort you burn today adds fuel to the fire that carries you forward. Every small decision to say no to mediocrity, no to weakness, no to easy pleasure, builds the armor that success demands. Winners know this. High performers live by this. You think titans of industry, champions of sports, legends of history got there by accident? Hell no. They suffered intentionally. They chose discipline over distraction. They chose obsession over mediocrity. They paid the price when no one was watching so they could collect the rewards when the world had no choice but to notice. The world owes you nothing. It doesn't care about your hopes, your dreams, or your potential. It only recognizes results. And the brutal truth is, the longer you put off the sacrifice, the heavier the regret becomes. One day you'll look in the mirror and wonder where the time went, and by then, it's too damn late. You can't buy back the hours you wasted scrolling, sleeping, or making excuses. So make your choice now. Choose the hard path today, so your future self will stand tall, not weep in shame. Pay the price now and collect the reward later, or stay comfortable and rot with the rest. Either way, pain is coming. It's on you to decide what kind of pain you're willing to endure. Sacrifice now or suffer forever. Greatness is lonely. The top of the mountain is cold, brutal, and empty, and that's exactly where legends live. It's not for the weak. It's not for the needy. It's not for those who need a pat on the back every 5 minutes to keep going. If you're someone who constantly needs validation, applause, or approval just to take the next step, let me tell you straight, you're not ready. Success doesn't come wrapped in a warm blanket with hugs and high fives. Success comes in silence, in the darkness, when it's just you and the demons in your head telling you to quit. You have to get comfortable being alone. You have to love the grind when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering, when nobody even cares. Because that's the reality of building something extraordinary. Nobody gives a damn until you make it. And even then, half of them will still find reasons to hate you. You can't lean on the crowd. You can't build greatness off of likes, followers, or fake encouragement. Real greatness is built in solitude. It's built when you're the only one who believes, when you're dragging yourself through the mud, when the only voice telling you to keep going is your own. Grinding alone is the test. It's the filter that separates the pretenders from the real players. Everybody talks a big game when the room is full. Everybody's a warrior when the cameras are on. But what happens when the lights go out? What happens when it's 4 a.m. and you're still working while the world sleeps? That's where the truth lives. That's where champions are forged. Not in comfort, not in community, but in isolation, discipline, and relentless self-belief. You want to win? Then you better be ready to do it by yourself. Because the reality is this: in the beginning, nobody is going to understand your obsession. Nobody is going to understand why you work like a savage while they're partying, why you study when they're sleeping, why you keep showing up day after brutal day when there's no guarantee, no applause, no instant reward. They won't understand it because they're not supposed to. They're not built for it. You are. Stop expecting them to get it. Stop seeking permission to chase your destiny. It's your vision, it's your mountain, climb it alone. When you embrace being alone, when you fall in love with the work, the pain, and the silence, you become unstoppable. You realize that the world doesn't owe you anything. You owe everything to yourself. You stop needing a cheering section because you become your own fuel. You become your own storm. And when you finally reach that peak, bloody, bruised, exhausted, you won't be shocked that nobody's waiting there. You'll smile. You'll stand there alone and you'll realize something powerful. You never needed them. You never needed their approval. You never needed their applause. All you ever needed was already inside you. Excuses are the language of the broke, the weak, and the irrelevant, period. You want to know why most people live miserable, average lives? It's because they've perfected the art of justifying their failure. They've built a damn cathedral out of excuses, brick by brick. They say it's too hard, it's not the right time, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have the money, I don't have the connections. Who friggin' who? Excuses are nothing but lies you tell yourself to stay comfortable. You're either making progress or you're making excuses. There is no middle ground. You're either on the battlefield, swinging with everything you've got, or you're sitting in the stands crying about how unfair life is. And life doesn't give a damn about your whining. The market doesn't care. The world doesn't care. Winners take life by the throat and force it to give them what they want. Losers sit around making up stories to explain why they're not where they want to be. If you want success, own your failures. Every single one of them. Look in the mirror and say, this is my fault. Stop blaming your parents, your boss, your upbringing, the economy, the weather, the government, or some imaginary cosmic curse. If you're not winning, it's on you. And here's the brutal truth. The moment you take full ownership is the moment you finally get your power back. Excuses steal your power. They rob you of control. They convince you that you're a victim, and as long as you play the victim, you'll stay weak, broke, and invisible. Fix your failures, face them head on like a damn warrior. Nobody's perfect. Everyone falls. Everyone screws up. The difference is champions get back up, learn, adapt, and charge forward with even more fire. Losers hide behind stories and stay down. The choice is yours. You fix your mindset or you rot in mediocrity. There's no sympathy for people who don't take action. The world rewards results, not sob stories. It rewards the relentless, the disciplined, the obsessed. If you can't swallow your pride, own your screw-ups and correct course, you don't deserve to win. It's that simple. Move forward like a steamroller. Smash every obstacle in your path. Don't tiptoe, don't second guess. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Conditions are never perfect. You create momentum through sheer force of will. You move forward because standing still is death. You build confidence by taking action over and over again. Even when you're scared, even when you're tired, even when nobody believes in you. That's how winners are made, by killing the excuses and doing the damn work. You want a better life? You want to live your dreams? Good. Then start today by killing every excuse you've ever made. Torch them, rip them out by the roots. Excuses are the enemy. Progress is your weapon and discipline is your armor. Get up, get focused, get moving, steamroll your damn destiny. Big dreams aren't given, they're taken. They're seized by the bold, the disciplined, and the relentless. You want it? Good. Now get your ass up and go take it.